Hey, what's up? Here's another set of 20 GTA San Andreas fun facts. After watching the video, let me know which ones were new to you. Now, let's get started. It turns out that we can ride trains in GTA San Andreas not only alone, but also with our homies. They'll get on the train with you, or rather, he will. Yeah, despite the train consisting of two big-ass carriages being able to hold crowds of people, there's apparently only enough space for CJ and one more person. That's why we can only bring one gang member along for a train ride. It also works with CJ's girlfriends. When I found this out, I immediately went to the airport to check if the same mechanic works with planes. However, I was disappointed. CJ's friend won't get on the plane with him. Doesn't matter if it's a gang member or a girlfriend. Gotta say, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. A question for you. Which plane is the fastest in GTA San Andreas? Hydra? Well, you would have thought it'd have to be, right? I mean, it's a military jet after all. But the Hydra jet doesn't have the top spot all to itself. The Hydra's maximum speed is 75 in-game units. Which, by the way, is the maximum possible speed you can reach in a vehicle in GTA SA. Well, maybe apart from the scripted trains that can go faster in this game than those Chinese super trains. In any case, the Hydra reaches that speed the fastest. But the Shamal plane isn't far behind. Flying straight, the Shamal also comfortably reaches 75 units. Gotta say, that's a pretty suspicious design. Cause a real-life F-22 without afterburners almost doubles the speed of sound and can fly at around 2,000 kilometers per hour. Now, the fastest private jet in the world is Bombardier Global 8000. It gets close to the speed of sound, but doesn't go over it, and can fly at around 1,160 kilometers per hour. Rockstar fixed this oversight in GTA 5, where we clearly see that the military jet goes way faster. Additionally, its maximum speed changes depending on how high we're flying. That's a fantastic detail. That's exactly how it works in real life. One of the reasons planes fly so high above the ground is the lower air density. The higher you fly, the lower the air resistance is. A plane can go faster and consumes less fuel. Of course, you can't get too high either, cause the air density would be too small. The wings wouldn't generate enough lift, and the engine would have less oxygen to burn. GTA San Andreas' flying physics are weird in general. The Hydra plane can take off at 40 units. But a big-ass Airtrain AT400 only needs 30 to get airborne. So yeah, we've got a bit of a mess here. And since we're in the air, I've also got a fun fact about the parachute. See, regardless of whether you're diving headfirst or fighting the air resistance, CJ is still falling at the same speed. The only thing that changes is the direction. In real life, the posture of the skydiver significantly changes air resistance and therefore speed. Thanks to that, legendary American stuntman Travis Pastrana once jumped out of a plane without a parachute. Don't worry, he survived. The other participants of that stunt flew over to him and tied him to another skydiver's harness. In GTA 5, if we bump into pedestrians, they either begin to flee or they get pissed off and try to beat the crap out of us. But did you know a similar mechanic was already implemented in GTA San Andreas? If we keep bumping into the same NPC, they'll eventually either flee or start to attack us.
Got toner all over my new nail.
Your girl's got no nose.
Though I'd like to note that not every single NPC will react. Only some of them do. The Bobcat car always spawns with the same NPC behind the wheel. I thought it was a bug, so I checked it on multiple versions of the game, but it wasn't a bug. That's just how the game is coded. The base of Verdant Meadows interior is quite unique. I say that because most interiors are located high above the ground, but the one on the airstrip is exactly where it technically should be. The side effect is that we can still hear what's going on outside while we're inside. Remember when we talked about how you can lift people up with a forklift? Using that trick, we broke the 9s and AKs mission.
Cap your ass? And your ass? You want some too? Ice cold, baby. I knew I was the chosen one.
Another mission to play around with is Don Peyote. In it, the game spawns Paul and Macker sitting on the sand before we enter the marker. If we drive a forklift there, we'll be able to lift them up and drive wherever we please. The two musicians won't react at all, though that part maybe makes some sense. The two were fresh after a memorable night after all, or rather, after a not very memorable one.
But I'm a fucking raspberry!
Anyway, something that doesn't make sense is that even if we drop them off somewhere in the Himalayas, the cutscene will still look normal, as if the boys teleported there. As we know, installing Nitro does not allow us to reach higher speeds, but there is an upgrade that does increase our top speed, and that upgrade is hydraulics. See, if you raise only the front suspension of the Sand King car, it'll go slightly faster. I checked a few lowriders and all gave the same effect. Each one started going exactly one in-game unit faster, yet that trick doesn't work with regular cars. By the way, check out a stunt a viewer sent me. You can consistently pull it off each time. You don't have to be a skilled stuntman. You take off at the eastern end of the runway at LS Airport in a Savannah. You lift the front suspension and head for the ramp ahead of you. The result is bound to put a smile on your face. After killing an NPC in Ryder's garden, no blood spills out. I think Ryder buried so much Sherm in that soil that he contaminated it, and now this mutated radioactive grass soaks in all the blood immediately. Well, unless you have a better explanation, then leave it in the comments. In the Photo Opportunity mission, Caesar's car sometimes has hydraulics and sometimes doesn't. It's completely random. The explanation here is actually quite simple. See, that's the case with every Savannah. Whenever a game spawns a car of the lowrider category, it randomizes whether it has hydraulics or not. But in the case of Caesar's Savannah, it's kind of weird, especially considering Caesar's gang fancies lowrider competitions. Then, the occasional lack of hydraulics in his whip kind of contradicts the story. In GTA San Andreas, we have the stealth mechanic. I mean, apparently, at least that's what the game tells us. The local legend claims we can use the stealth kill in free roam to avoid drawing attention. I checked it, and it doesn't work. If we start stealth killing pets where the police can't see us, we'll still eventually receive a star. And it often happens already after 2 or 3 killed NPCs. But the biggest paradox is that if we kill NPCs using the classic method, again, where the police can't see us, we'll never get a star. Seriously, so it seems someone mixed something up. It should be exactly the other way around. The programmers must have made a mistake. One of CJ's girlfriends, Michelle, will fix our car for free. She's basically like a free pay and spray. Only it's not completely free, because a visit to a regular pay and spray costs $100. Now, if we drive to Michelle's garage with less than $100, she won't help us. Weird as hell, right? Because when we do have $100, Michelle won't take a penny from us anyhow. It's probably another programmer's oversight. Someone pasted over the pay and spray code and only changed the messages and made it so the game doesn't bill us. But they forgot to remove the if sequence that checked if the player could afford the respray in the first place. Interestingly, the same oversight has an effect in the pay and spray itself. If we drive a perfectly undamaged car into a pay and spray, the game won't bill us for the paint alone. Despite that, we still need to have $100 on us to be able to respray the car. I once showed you how you can turn a train into a space rocket using the Bubble Cars cheat code. Only that method was extremely slow. But as it turns out, you can build a much faster space rocket in SA. I recently noticed that the Bubble Cars cheat code has an astonishing side effect. It removes the height cap in the game. Normally, after flying to a certain altitude, the game automatically slows us down and points our nose downwards. There's no way around it. The situation completely changes after activating the Bubble Cars cheat code. We need to hit a Hydra with another vehicle and manage to get in before it floats away. Then, our plane will be aggressively pulled upwards without our interference. Most importantly, we'll be able to gain altitude infinitely. Even better, we can lift our nose directly upwards and fly as if in a space rocket. Either way, our Hydra will eventually start moving in slow motion. Every maneuver will be extremely slow. I personally managed to fly to a Z coordinate of 5,000, but my plane was still gaining height, so it's possible to go further. I actually recommend you to try this one yourself. It gives a really cool vibe. You actually feel like you're flying into space and you're leaving everything behind. You feel you're heading for the unknown and don't know what to expect. So yeah, you probably can't land on Mars with this trick, but it sure is a lot of fun. Bicycle physics can be broken very easily in GTA San Andreas. It's not hard to achieve results like the one you see right now. While riding a bicycle, do a stoppie while holding the bunny hop key. CJ will stop the bike on the front wheel and remain like that. When we get off the bike, CJ will somehow stand on top of it and somehow maintain balance like some prime circus artist. You can then jump off the bike and it'll still remain in this absurd pose until we touch it. The intelligence of GTA SA's police often amazes us, not necessarily in a good way. Using a silenced pistol, we can shoot a police car's tires without consequences. Just keep your distance and make sure you don't hit the bodywork. The officers will just keep driving like nothing ever happened. Despite their driving becoming significantly more chaotic, none of them will notice something's off. If we stealth kill a medic while they're performing CPR, they'll survive. They'll just completely ignore that fact.
I'm dying here, I'm dying! Don't be touching me, fool!
GTA SA's drive-by animations are great, but they aren't perfectly polished. It gets weird once your doors detach. Then the gang members lean against air or reach out of a non-existing window. As we know from the 2 recent videos, the camera is treated like a firearm in GTA SA. But in case someone still doesn't believe me, I have even more proof.
Hey lady, what's up, girl?
In police stations, we can't carry firearms. Melee weapons are allowed, but firearms aren't. As soon as we pull out even an innocent little 9, we get 2 wanted stars. And the same happens with the camera. The Ballas fear the camera. The police also fear the camera. A knife doesn't faze them at all. But they initiate Code Red and alarm the entire facility at the sight of the malevolent reality capturing device. You can get some ridiculous scenarios when provoking a gang war. See, the game doesn't check who we're attacking, but rather whose territory we're on. So when a group of Ballas roams onto Vagos' turf and we kill them there, we'll somehow trigger a war with the Vagos. It works in every possible combination. And then there's the other thing. It's about how the game decides which territory is being attacked. For example, CJ is in Los Flores and kills a bunch of Vagos from a distance, who are hanging out in neighboring Las Colinas. In theory, the war should trigger in Las Colinas, because the gangsters from that set were killed. Despite that, the game always launches a gang war where the player is, in this case, in Los Flores. We need to behave very quietly during the home invasion mission. The slightest noise wakes up the old man upstairs, who gets up and tries to shoot us down. Though it turns out that old man's got some hyper sound resistant walls of the highest order installed at his crib. From outside, you can fire rockets at his windows and nothing will happen. I noticed that in GTA San Andreas, cars always lose only one wheel after exploding. Kind of odd. On top of that, that wheel always evaporates. Detached doors or bumpers always lie around somewhere, but I can never find the wheels. That's it for today. If you know other fun facts that should make an appearance in one of the future videos, let me know about them in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you soon.